Welcome back to Python session. Today we are going to start some new stuff. If you are interested to ask any question from the previous session, please share with me. As I said at the end of the previous class, I am going to ask you some of the questions about operator overloading. Yesterday, yesterday we created an object, that means by means of defining a pointer class. We defined and we created two objects, and we overloaded the less than symbol, or less than symbol only. We overloaded. I asked you what are the steps, what is actually happening behind the scene. If we write the code like that for a less than symbol overloading, what is happening behind the scene? Who will briefly explain me what is happening behind the scene? Please go ahead. No idea. Vinay, no idea.
Sir, taking two objects, no, sir?
Yeah. It is taking two objects behind the scene. How it is actually happening? How it is finding that? Because objects cannot be compared. Objects comparison will end up with address comparison. That is what we are not interested about. We are interested about some value, that our data. So in case if you are comparing two objects like P1, P2, what is it behind the scene it is happening? If you didn't understand, whatever the document, mm, yesterday I shared some web link where the content was available. You can easily go to that particular website, and you see less than one object is calling its own less than method with the address of another object. That is what happening in behind the scene. See, P1 will call less than operator method with the address of P2. When P2 is used, P2 will call the address of P2 will call the method less than with the address of another object, whichever you are comparing. Because P1, P2, P3 was there. If P1, P2 is compared, P1 will call the less than method with the reference of P2. If you are comparing P3 and P1, P3 will call the less than method of its own with the help of the object P1. That is what internally happening. It means that less than method is not isolated, or it is not hanging in our code independently. Something at some stage that code is executed. Actually, the special methods that starts and end with double underscore is not explicitly called invoked, but implicitly it is invoked, executed. That is what I want to tell you at this stage to understand the various operator overloading. If you don't practice the operator overloading, in the beginning, I know programmers will be whoever. Vinay, you want to say something? Vinay, you want to say something?
Yes, sir. We're using special operator
Yeah.
less than
Yes.
our.
Yes. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. We're using special operator out of less than operator, special operator.
Yeah. Yes, you are right. And if you don't practice, if all of you don't practice, say for example operator overloading, as a teacher I know that in the beginning, if I say method overloading, somewhat they will easily comprehend, understand that. But when I talk about operator overloading, they will be get confused, because in operator overloading there is no call to that particular method. Whenever you are overloading a method, actually you are calling that method explicitly. So you don't get confused. Yes, I am calling that method, the code is executed. and that is what happening. It's not a big surprise. Fine. But in case of operator, you are writing code, but it is not invoked. It is not called for execution. So how it is executed? That's why I said in the beginning itself, I told you before going to this type of operator overloading, there is a constructor, a special function or method available for every class. It starts with underscore, double underscore, and ends with the double underscore, and the name of the method is called as init, initialization, the full name. And it is not invoked automatically, it is invoked implicitly, it is invoked explicitly, it is not invoked. If you get this idea, you should not be confused about operator overloading, how that program executes. Not only designing a program and seeing the code and understanding how the sequence, what will happen first, what will happen next, the sequence of execution, the sequence in which, or in the order of the line in which the program is done by our computer, based on which we are getting output. So how it is coming to that conclusion? We should understand, comprehend the code. That's very important for us. Otherwise, it will be difficult for you to comprehend what is called as operator overloading. Now today, my friends, I'm planning to because instead of seeing some of the miscellaneous, whatever miscellaneous things is available, I can cover if time permits, I will cover some of the thing. Many of the things, lot of things is there in Python, but in core idea, some ideas are there that in the beginning stage it will be difficult for you to understand. Now I hope some core idea available in Python, that is somewhat advanced core, I can say. It is not a beginner's core idea. It is advanced core idea that we are going to understand. One such idea or concept in Python is called as comprehension. You know, comprehension means understanding, but that is not the direct meaning here. Obviously, that is the meaning, but here it is a programming concept used by Python. So what is the comprehension programming concept in Python that we are going to see today in our class? And please start doing the whatever the two textbooks I have referred for you. Please complete the projects in the first book and start learning the Django from the second book. We are going to start Django from today, tomorrow, or day after tomorrow. We are going to start Django. How to build our own websites or web applications with the help of Python. Django is a framework in Python that we can utilize. Now, first of all, I have to explain you what is meant by comprehension. First, I have to explain you what is meant by comprehension. Some points I want to explain you, one or two points that I will explain you. Hopefully, we'll understand what is comprehension. Comprehension offers an easy and compact way of creating list, set, and dictionary. Point number one, what you have to understand: creating set. It is also a type of container data structure supported by the Python core, or list or dictionary, not tuple. If you want to create, if you want to create in a very compact way, compact means very precise, brief way. That is what we say compact. If you want to create list, set, dictionary, the idea is just to create. You know how to create list, you know how to create set and dictionary. List method is there, dict method is there, you can create. We are not merely talking about creation, compact way, very precise and very brief way of creating those things. Comprehensions can be used. The idea of comprehension can be used. Comprehension works by looping or iterating over items and assigning them to a consider like list, set, or dictionary. It is automatically iterating through looping. This container cannot be a tuple, as tuple being immutable is unable to receive assignments. Because comprehension internally doing a activity called as assignment, tuple cannot receive assignment because it is an immutable data type. That's why we say that comprehension concept doesn't cover tuple. So what is the thing I'm talking about? The concept of comprehension. What do you mean by comprehension? Comprehension is a way in Python where compactly we can create list, set, and dictionary. All three are mutable data structures or data types in Python. Why we cannot create tuple? Because repetitively looping through it is assigning the values to list, set, and dictionary. When you try to assign some value, tuple doesn't receive, but comprehension is doing that. That's why tuple is not included for comprehension. Point number 3 that I explained you. This container cannot be tuple because it is immutable. First, we will take list comprehension. After that, we will discuss about set comprehension. Then we will move on to dictionary comprehension. And if we understand comfortable, I'll give you some example programs, because first it is theoretical understanding. I have to explain you. List comprehension consists of brackets containing an expression followed by a for clause and zero or more for or if clauses. Whatever I'm explaining you is I'm reading out from the what is Yashwant Kenitkar's book. I'm reading out actually. Whatever the point that I'm reading is from the Yashwant Kenitkar's Python book. So general form of a list comprehension is something I'm going to type as a program now. Now I will type you a program where the syntax of creating a compact way of creating list using the idea comprehension. First, I want to generate first 20 random numbers, 20 random numbers in the range. You know how to create random number using randint method is also available for you. Now, A is a variable that is going to be the list. List is having a square bracket. Inside the list, I will put random randint 10 comma 100, and now for n in range, the range 20. Please try to understand, this is something comprehension. That's why deliberately they have the developer of the Python language, he has given deliberately the name what it is called as comprehension, because most of the concept of comprehension statements, wherever comprehension involves, you have to give more attention. Somewhat I feel as a teacher, some higher order thinking is required here, otherwise we cannot make sense of the general syntax. If you ask me, what is the syntax? LST, any list variable. After that, an expression, an expression for variable in sequence. After that, in bracket, optional for and or if. Even you can include. We are going to see that complete syntax. So far, are you able to make sense what we are trying to do? So far, are you able to understand? Now, let me just please try to understand what is comprehension. What is comprehension? Compact way of creating list, set, and dictionary. That's it. Nothing more than that. That is the idea. Now, I have created using the comprehension idea of creating list a compact way. Print A. Just I want to print A. Now, I'm running the program. Random is not imported. So, I have to import random. Are you able to see the output? Are you able to see the first 20 random numbers in the range 10 to 100? 10 to 100. Are you able to see what I'm talking about?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now, just I have increased the number. Now, what is the range? Random integer is going to be generated 10 to 1000. Iteratively, it is by looping through how many times? 200 times the loop will be executed. 0 to 199. 0 to 199. How many times? 2200 times, right? 200 times the values will be generated by the random randint function. Loop will be keep on executing the randint, and the values will be assigned looping through. It will be recursively assigned to the variable A. Obviously, the result is we have created a list. Now you see how much big list. Instead of typing this much big list in our code, we created a list in a very compact way. To do that one, we used the comprehension idea. Are you clear what I'm talking about?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now I want to reduce the number because every time it is going to print a very lengthy numbers. I will take another example. Please comprehend what we are doing in this. If you want to create a list, the list comprehension statement and all the syntax should be in the square bracket. If it is a dictionary, in dictionary notation we will specify. If it is a set, we will specify in a set notation. We are going to see the examples. Now, second example is I want to create square and cube of all numbers between 0 to 100. Sorry, 0 to 10. What I am going to do? Square and a cube of all numbers between 0 and 100. How can I do that? Now, instead of A, I will use B. Now, I am going to use x value, x to the power of 2, x to the power of 3. How many times? For x in range, for x in range, many numbers? 0 to 10, 0 to 9, right? Yes or no? This is list comprehension. Now I want to print B. Are you able to see? I will avoid a first program. I will copy paste and avoid the next line because it will confuse you. First I will cut this one and I will paste it to your WhatsApp. I pasted. Now I am going back. I am printing. This is the line. Are you able to see what I have created? What I have created? Could you please tell me what I have created? 0 to 9. I am displaying the number, its
List, sir.
square value, its cubical value, in the form of tuple, but it is not tuple. It is tuple of list of
List, sir.
tuples. Basically, it is a list. We know that tuples cannot be created in list comprehension. Now, just I want to do like this, bracket and bracket. What it says? Are you getting any output? It says
No,
that
sir.
it says that some object has been
No, sir.
created. That object is address is printed. That's
Memory
it.
location.
Yeah. Now that is not the result you are getting if you are specifying the tuple one. Okay. Now, if you have a list of list of string values, you want to convert it all together to to integers. How can you achieve that? Now I'm creating a list. You know this function, right? Int x means x will be converted to integer value. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. X in 10, 20, 30, say for example 40, 50. Just I want to go with these three values. Now I want to print this one. Every comprehension restatement requires comprehension. Are you able to see? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 has been converted to numerical list instead of a string list.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now, for example, for example, here this object I deleted. What I'm going to do is yes, SL string list equal to string list. After that, for SL. Are you getting the same result? You can write like this also. Okay. What I have done is instead of specifying the string list inside the comprehension itself, I kept it as a separate one. I used it for creating another list. Now, these are all the examples, very simple comprehensions. Let's increase the complexity. We can also use if and for. According to the syntax, we can also use if and for. How? For example, generate a list of even numbers in the range 10 to 30. We know that we know that the number divisible by 2 equal to 0 is even number. If it is not, it is odd number. So, how I'm going to create? Say for example, I'm going to create a list of even numbers. The name I'm giving it as even. I need the value to be displayed. How can we generate that value? Using a for loop, we can generate n in range. Say for example, in the range 10 to 31 if you want, because 30 is not included. I'm mentioning But additionally, what I'm going to do, if n modulus division by 2 is equal to 0, then use it. Got it now, my friends? Now just you see the output.
Yes,
Hopefully
sir.
you can comprehend. Are you able to see the
Yes, sir.
even numbers only we have created by means of this statement? How many, if we need 100 even number list, we don't need to type all the data. Comprehension is the best way to create list, set and dictionary in a very compact way. Got it? What is happening here now? The value n is added to the
Yes, sir.
list. Yes, yeah. The value n is added to the list. Who is generating the value of n? For loop is generating. But every value, whatever it is generating, is not returned only if and only if the condition is satisfied. If the condition satisfied, the generated n value from the for loop will go to the list. Otherwise, it will not go. That is what here it is happening. Now, again, I will take another example of if statement. From a list, delete all numbers having value between 20 and 50. What we are going to do? From a list, delete all numbers. Yes, somebody is raising hand because
Yes,
I'm not watching that window. Yes,
sir.
yes, go ahead.
Can you explain the sequence or how to taking first range or if statement? That,
Yeah, I'll explain you. Well, I think it seems Gautami is also, she is not right from the beginning because I wasn't seeing the window. Now, in this statement, what happens? Uh, the for up to if will be executed together. For will generate the value of n. 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, like that it will generate. But it will not return the value to n. That is, it is not assigned. The Python comprehension will not assign the value because it is the comprehension is something the idea executed by the Python compiler, interpreter. So when the for loop is executing, each time n value is generated. First time 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. But the Python comprehension will also check whether it satisfies the condition if. If it satisfies, that n value will become part of the list. If that value is not satisfying the condition, then that is not part of the if. Now, for example, if I make only 1 here, instead of 0, here if I make 1, obviously the list is what? Odd number list. Got it now, my friends?
yes, sir.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
yes. Now, moving on. Now, what I'm going to do, from a list, delete all numbers, a value between 20 and 50. Okay. Now, 20 to 50 it will be deleting. 20 to 50 it is going to delete. I'm going to use the same even here. Deleted even. Something I'm going to create a list called as deleted even numbers. What I'm going to do here, num, a variable I'm going to use number for num in even. Already we know that even variable we have defined in the above, but the if condition should satisfy. If num less than 20 or num greater than 50. Now, what will happen? I'm going to print. deleted even. Now see the second output. What happened? Compare the even and deleted event. Even. Using the even list, I set a condition that if the number is less than 20, include the list. Or number is greater than 50, include. But the numbers between 20 to 50, it should not come. 20, 21, 23, up to 50, it should not come. That's why from 20 onwards, all the numbers has been deleted. You understand what we have done here using the comprehension? Thousands of
Yes,
ideas
sir.
are there. Thousands of techniques are there. Whatever we want to create, list or set or dictionary of anything, we can generate using comprehension. You ask me, I will write a comprehension for you. I need like this one list, sir. You create a list like that. You tell me, I will create for you. Give me some example. I told you how to create a list of even numbers, how to create a list of odd numbers using comprehension, compact way, how to create a number, square, and cubical values in a range. Several things I did. You tell me, I will write.
How to check palindrome, sir?
Palindrome. Palindrome, you are asking.
Sir.
Palindrome is something you have a list of string values in a list. Yes? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What is the function
Yes,
for
sir.
reverse? Reversing the string. What is the function or slicing method? Tell me. String str list. Okay. Str list. First string. Liril. Second string. Malayalam. Third string. Bangalore. This is not going to be a palindrome. And madam, it is going to be a palindrome. Fourth one, say for example, anything, apple. Okay. With this list, we will go through a list. Now, uh, for example, just to recall, string 1 equal to liril, str1 equal to str. How can you reverse the string? What is the method of what it is called as to reverse a string? What is the slicing method? What should be the value inside? Tell me.
Starting, ending, and using step is -1, sir.
Okay, like this, right? Yes.
No, sir.
No, sir. Yeah, step value takes -1.
Didn't enter starting value, ending value, and step enter -1, so step value -1.
Only -1 at the end. Step value is -1.
Yes, sir.
I don't think it will work. No, it is not. It should be -1 colon and oh my
Sir,
god.
use in str1, sir. str1.
Yeah, that is the mistake.
Yes, sir.
So the -1 up to the
Last
length.
step value, sir. Step value is -1, sir.
Okay, step value is -1 from beginning to last. Yes, you are right. Now we got it, na?
Yes, sir.
This is the notation, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Now I am going to create a uh, palindrome str. This is the list I'm going to create. What is the string? Maybe yes. For s, uh, for s in str list, every time it will take one string to s, right? Equal to, also you can you can use the function equals, right? Equal to -1. Is this working? Is it comprehensible? Is it comprehensible? Now, Gautami, are you
Yes,
there?
sir. I think.
Gautami, are you there? Gautami is not there. Okay. Now I'm running. Name palindrome is not defined. Palindrome. Yes, E is missing.
Is missing.
Yeah. Are you getting the required result now, Vinay?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. This is how interesting actually as a C, C++ and Java programmer. This is a very lengthy program actually I have to write in what it is called as C, C++, Java. Data processing is such a easiest thing to do in Python. If I have to do the same work, I did it in only 2 line of programming, even not 2 line of programming. Put it that str list inside the what it is called as in comprehension itself. Only a single line of program I achieved. Only a single line of program I achieved. What it means? Such a powerful concept is comprehension. Okay. Now
Yes, sir.
I'm, yeah. Now I'm copy pasting. Now I'm copy pasting. What I'm saying is uh, uh, okay, 1 second. Okay, Gautami, please try joining.
Yes, sir, I'm connected with mobile, but it's too small screen.
Okay, okay, Gautami, at least because you are, I understand you are an enthusiastic student. At least you can have the voice conversation, right?
Yes, sir, yes.
Yeah, whatever I'm typing the program, I'm sharing anyway in WhatsApp. In your leisure
Okay,
time
sir.
from your laptop, you can copy paste and experiment. And
Yes, okay, sir.
yeah, actually, the concept of comprehension is an advanced core idea. It's a very interesting idea. Friends, if you want me to create some other list, you just tell me. I will tell you whether it is possible to create. Go ahead, my friends. You want me to create something else? Friends?
No, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Somebody is raising hand. Okay, please. Who is? Nobody. Okay. Little bit confusing.
Manoj,
Manoj, you have doubt,
Manoj asked some.
Manoj. Please go ahead,
He's asked
Manoj.
some. Just
Manoj, you
finding the
doubt
highest
Rika.
number. He asked, sir.
Manoj. Manoj, do you have any doubt?
Manoj asking find the highest number, sir.
Highest number of? No, Manoj, you tell me. We are creating list of values, not a single value. Tell me something that we can create a list. List of something. Now I created various lists. Even now also I created a list of palindromes. Tell me like that. I can create for you. Manoj, are you listening? Am I audible to you?
Sir, he is telling take a number of list and finding the highest number, sir.
Tell me, repeat me the question, Vinay.
Taking a number of numbers in a list and finding the that list highest number, sir.
That is not a single output, Vinay. Why do you need list? We can do that, but what is the use? It is not a list of string or list of integer. It is not a list of float or list of list of tuple, nothing. It is a single digit number, right? Single numeric value.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Please read and come up with some problem we can solve. Now little bit I will complicate.
Sir,
Yes, yes. Please go ahead.
we can use sort, sir,
Sorting.
for ascend. Yes, sir, ascending order for descending order. Taking a list.
Taking a list and ascending and descending order.
Yes, sir.
It is one single function, right, Vinay?
Yes, sir.
Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
How can you create a list? Tell me. No, no. I am not discouraging, by the way. What I'm asking is how is it possible? Little bit I will confuse you now. Alphabet. Please tell me what is happening here. I'm creating something like this. I created, this is also a list. Tell me, my friends,
Sir,
what is happening here? Are you able to understand?
finding vowels.
Okay, what will happen? What will happen? Okay, now I'm showing you the output.
Raj, error of
Alphabet spelling is wrong here. A is missing. Are you getting?
yes, sir.
Yeah. Now, before the program also I will copy paste. Only give focus to this one. It is because this is little bit complicated. It's not difficult, but you have to comprehend. That is the concept of comprehension. Tell me, my friends, now I'm again running. This is the output. What is happening here? What is happening in the output? Actually, what should be the problem to get this answer?
Sir, it's removing the A vowels and remaining will be printed, sir.
And what happens to the
Sir,
vowels?
sir,
Yes, yes, go ahead, Vinay.
in place of in technical word vowels, the exclamation mark will taking, sir.
Okay, okay. Yes. Both your answers, if I combine, I can come to the conclusion that whatever the letters available, as it is separated and it is creating a list of characters. It is not list of strings. but we don't have any separate character, so we can call it as also string, but all the characters has been separated. Wherever there is a vowel in the word, in that place a exclamatory mark has been placed. Wherever there is a non-vowel consonant is there, as it has been printed. For example, even 1, 2, 3, 5 include, it will be as it is displayed. It is as it is displayed, yes or no?
Sir,
Yeah. So this how it is working? I am using if else here.
using loop.
I am using use of if else in list. I am using
Yes, sir.
if else I am using, and also I am using for loop. How it works? First, if alphabet in A, E, I, O, U, you have to print the exclamatory mark. Otherwise, alphabet has to be printed. For that one, first for loop will be executed. How it is working? When you put the if else statement first, for loop will take the precedence. For loop will extract one by one character, T, E, C, H, every character it will extract. It is assigned to alphabet. If statement is checking, if the alphabet is in operator, in the string A, I, O, U, just print the exclamatory mark. If it is not,